What is the Nunavut Land Claims Agreement? Have you ever wondered how Indigenous peoples in the Arctic have shaped their own future? One significant way is through the Nunavut Land Claims Agreement. This agreement is a major treaty in Canada's northern regions, particularly concerning Inuit Nunangat, the Inuit homeland. It is the largest land claims settlement in Canadian history and was signed in 1993 by representatives of the Inuit, the Government of Canada, and the Government of the Northwest Territories. This agreement led to the creation of the Territory of Nunavut, which officially separated from the Northwest Territories in 1999. At its core, the Nunavut Land Claims Agreement is a contract. The Inuit exchanged their Aboriginal title to traditional lands in the Nunavut settlement area for defined rights and benefits. This area includes the Arctic Islands, the mainland Eastern Arctic, and adjacent marine areas, as well as the Belcher Islands and their surroundings. The agreement covers a vast area of Canada's polar region, making it central to the history and governance of the Arctic. It consists of over 40 chapters, each addressing different aspects of Inuit rights and responsibilities. Key areas include wildlife management, land and water use, environmental protection, heritage resources, and public sector employment. Inuit are given equal representation with government on boards that manage wildlife and resources, ensuring their voices are part of decision-making. Practical benefits for Inuit include ownership of about 18% of the land in Nunavut, with mineral rights to a smaller portion. They also received a large cash settlement and ongoing shares of royalties from resource development. The agreement established the Nunavut Trust to manage funds for the benefit of all Inuit. Additionally, the creation of the Government of Nunavut was a direct result, ensuring that Inuit values and needs shape governance in the territory. From the perspective of the polar regions, this agreement is a landmark in Indigenous self-determination. It shows how Indigenous peoples in the Arctic can shape their own future by negotiating rights to land, resources, and governance. The agreement also sets a precedent for balancing environmental and cultural priorities in sensitive polar ecosystems. In practical terms, it means Inuit have the right to harvest wildlife throughout the settlement area, participate in managing their lands and waters, and benefit economically from development. It also led to the establishment of national parks and conservation areas, helping protect the unique environment of the Arctic. Specialized terms like Aboriginal title refer to the legal recognition of Indigenous peoples' rights to land based on their traditional use and occupancy. Inuit Nunangat is the term for the Inuit homeland in Canada, encompassing land, water, and ice in the Arctic. The Nunavut Land Claims Agreement is a foundational document for Inuit in the polar regions, shaping their relationship with the land, the environment, and the Canadian state. It reflects both the unique challenges and opportunities of living in the Arctic and sets a standard for Indigenous rights and governance in northern and polar areas.